Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Burp. Welcome to Friday. It's the 22nd of May, 2026. Woohoo! Yeah, Friday. Good. End of the week. Looks like it's going to be a nice sunny day today at least. And if you're in the UK or other communist countries, we have a bank holiday coming up, which is excellent news. I will, of course, be right here on Bank Holiday Monday. I really do have nothing better to be doing. My wife will probably say, you're going to be working on Bank Holiday Monday. So it's possible it might be a shorter one or it might not be. Streamer. Yes. Just always be on the treadmill. What was that? What would you call that thing that Conan the Barbarian did for 20 years, where he had to push that big wheel thing around? I honestly can't remember. What was the point of that? All I'm thinking of is The Simpsons with the little cake stand that rotates and Homer's having to do that. Anyway, like that. Anyway, I'm very much like a young Conan the Barbarian. At the age of 46, might be time for me to stop pushing the slave wheel and actually start barbarianing. But well, you get comfortable, don't you? What am I talking about? I don't know. Hello, I hope you're all very, very well today. Yeah, happy anniversary to me. Yes, it's 1 year since this channel became an affiliate channel, which meant that it's a year ago that I was able to start earning money from this. I was able to get ad revenue. So that is really something to celebrate, isn't it? Let's just say I won't be troubling the tax man this financial year with my earnings. But thank you very, very much for being with me on this journey for the past year. I really do appreciate it. If I'm going to be sincere, just for a nanosecond, I was just thinking just before coming on, God, it's really nice that people seem to voluntarily or semi-voluntarily tune in to watch this shit every day. You're a lucky boy, and I am. Yes, thank you very much. So yeah, we're going to get on with Kerbal Space Program. In fact, we're going to do it slightly quicker, hopefully, of less buggering around, because we've got Deal or No Deal. We've got a pilgrimage to the crazy chair to be making today, so we'll be going to do that. My daughter's sunlight away from England. Hey, did you see that interview of Bezos being interviewed in front of a fucking spaceship, saying, what did he say? I promise you, if I paid twice as much taxes as I do now, nurses wouldn't get any more money. Oh, right, Jeff. No, that's very, very compelling argument. No, you carry on not paying taxes then. Taxes are pointless, aren't they? I'm glad that the world's richest man has told me that he doesn't consider taxes to be that important. Good. No. You got to hand it to him. These fucking people. Sorry. Keeping it light. Anyway, Jeff, if you're watching, mate, you could always slip me a partner status for my 1 year anniversary. That would be. The spaceship looks lovely, by the way. I'm very happy for your fiance that she managed to go up and then down again. Lazy nurses. Have they ever gone into space for 30 to 45? Maybe if they earned a bit more money, they could get in one of those rockets and go up and then just straight back down again. I don't respect those Bezos rockets. Yuri Gagarin orbited the Earth 56 years ago, and Jeff's sending people straight up and back down again and expecting a pat on the back. Get them doing a full circle, mate. We've all played Kerbal Space Program. Anyone can go up and down again. That's not the hard bit. That's not the hard bit. You got to point it that way. That's what you're getting wrong. You go that way, and then you got to go that way, and then you go all the way around. That's how it works, Jeff. Someone tell him. I've got a thing today. My daughter's got a thing at 2, so I should definitely end slightly early today. It's put billionaires. Well, they can all go up there, get the old, drag the old Challenger shuttle out of its hangar, tape it back together, shove them all in. Yes, class war. I'm in a weird mood today. Sorry about that. God, what else? Oh right, yeah. Oh, yeah. It upsets me the Sam Altman versus Elon Musk thing as well. It reminds me of when Mohammed Al Fayed and who did Mohammed Al Fayed have a massive legal war with in the late 90s? This is what it is. I've now dug myself into a cul-de-sac and I can't remember who it was. It was someone else also awful, wasn't it? Anyway, let's get away from those pricks. We can't do anything about them. What have I been up to? So yes, I might finish a little bit. I might aim to finish at about 1:45 today, because I've got a thing to do with my daughter at her school, and I should probably gussy myself up before doing that. So yeah, maybe we'll go to the crazy chair at about 1:45, something like that. Anyway, I've been trying to think about what. I've been trying to think about. Was it Prince Phil killed his son? Yeah. God, I can't remember who it was. I want to say Neil Hamilton. Um, what we're going to do in KSP today? I thought we'd take the scientists into the mohole. I'll explain about that in a second. What did I do? Oh yeah. Last night I watched. Oh, my wife's still getting me to watch the three body problem. I really don't like it. I really don't like it. I'm not. This is now old man review something that was on Netflix a year ago that everyone saw a year ago. My wife's quite enjoying it. I'm sitting there like sideshow Bob, just well, it's like I'm watching MacGyver. It's the bit that really made me cross is where the Chinese lady. Oh God, that was another thing. Okay, yeah. It's another thing. You're shit talking a show behind her back. It'll be our secret. Thanks. Cheers. When they pointed their transmitter at the sun and then send like a so and so megawatt transmission towards the sun, and then they get communication back. It's the fucking sun. The sun emits. It's a star. It emits a colossal amount of radiation and it emits like the entire fucking spectrum, all of it, all at once at an incredible power all the time. Like the sun's emitting so much fucking radio waves that 93 million miles away we've got like chickens and dinosaurs and dragonflies and shit pointing a puny Earth-based antenna at the sun. Like there's piss. I think piss in the wind would have more chance of getting through. Anyway, that made me really really cross that they've pointed a radio transmitter at the sun and are sending messages and then getting messages back. Like, absolute fucking bullshit. Sorry, I just realised I sound like in Detective Crashmore. Bullshit. Unprofessional bullshit. So I was sat there with that. Had a bit of a revelation, and I am ashamed that this has literally never occurred to me before, and I'm sure everyone else has realised this. We're watching the three body problem, and sort of middle-aged Chinese lady in it, and I was like, hang on, is that Keiko O'Brien from Star Trek and Star Trek Deep Space Nine? Looked it up, and yes, it was indeed Keiko O'Brien, or Rosalind Chow. Yeah, to give her full name. At which point, despite I think it's CHAO. Actually, no, because it's transliterated, so it can be however. Hello, almost Matt. So even though I've known that she's been called Rosalind Chow for like ever because the credits, I was like, hang on a minute, because that's right, because I said, I think it's Keiko O'Brien from Deep Space Nine, and my wife said, no, it's not going to be her. She's Japanese, not Chinese, you racist. And I was like, and then I thought, hang on, Rosalind Chow, that's not a Japanese. Yeah, she's Chinese, obviously. So Keiko O'Brien was a Chinese woman playing a Japanese woman. You went, you wouldn't get away with that now, would you? I mean, to be fair, it's not like she was covering. It's not like she was hiding it or covering it up or anything. But yeah, it's only now just occurred to me, over 30 years later, that Keiko O'Brien was played by, just played by someone Orient. Get someone Oriental in. What does it matter? She can talk a lot about Japanese culture. Don't matter. She looks about right. So so there we go. Last night I had the revelation that Rosalind Chow is Chinese. Anyway, good luck to her. I'm not having a go. It was just I was surprised that it hadn't occurred to me before. Slightly different face, yeah. Chinese actors pay 80% of all non-Chinese Asians in Hollywood. They're Chinese guys playing every Laotian in The King of Hill. Oh, right, because Dale Gribble used to do Khan. Oh, hang on. Oh, I'm not going to get his. I can nearly get suit. Oh, anyway. Yeah, because Dale Gribble did Khan, didn't he? But then you're not allowed to do that anymore. It's slightly different face. Oh, well, if it's very, very common, that's cool. I don't know. I just well, anyway, my wife called me a racist for thinking I'd confused Chinese and Japanese, but no, that was that. Toby Huss was Khan. He played Cotton and Buck. Oh, right. I thought it was Dale. Oh, there we go. And Cotton, I referenced Cotton Hill because isn't it when they first when Cotton first meets Khan and they're really worried that he's going to think Khan's Japanese, and he meets Khan and squints at him and goes, no, he's Laotian, which was quite like that bit. So yeah, when watching that last night, I said Cotton Hill would have been able to tell. Why am I talking about this? By the way, we haven't watched the new King of the Hill yet. We're watching season 11 or season 12. I don't know. Is it known that it really the quality really dropped off a cliff in those? I know it got cancelled, and I'm sure it wasn't off to go. Hi-ho, it's off to kick we go. I know it got cancelled, and obviously it didn't get cancelled because the quality had slightly dropped off because, look at The Simpsons. But I'm finding the last couple of series of the original run of King of the Hill unwatchable. What it might be, how it's not aged particularly well, and this probably says a lot more about me than it does about a show that was made 25 years ago, is a lot of the plot in original King of the Hill seems to be about some kind of. He was voice tank without him. There was Mike Judge was done with it. Right. Oh, I thought it was cancelled. Oh, fine, fair enough. Move on. Oh, by the way, Mike Judge, I loved the Beavis and Butthead reboot that they did about 5 or 6 years ago, where it was done in 4:3, and it was basically made exactly the same as it was. I think it was made to be indistinguishable from the 90s episodes. I thought that was great. The problem I found with King of the Hill, watching it again, a lot of the plots involve like a vegan, vegetarian, Democrat lefty moving to Ireland and then making the kids all play soccer and or introduce low flow. Actually, the low flow toilet's a good episode, but it's usually some kind of left wing do-gooder comes to Ireland with their city ways, and then tries to force everyone to be woke and lefty. But then by the end of the episode, Hank's good, sensible Republican values have restored normality. And I know I sound like a dick for complaining about that, but there's something about watching that in 2026 with the knowledge of which way the arc of if the arc of history was bending towards the vegan, then satirising the vegans is all very fine, absolutely fine. But knowing that the arc of history went very much the other way, watching King of the Hill have a pop at the lefties is a bit kind of. I you hitting the right target there? Are you hitting the right target? No, you're not. Anyway, like I say, it probably says a lot more about me than it does about the show, but I do find it quite a frustrating watch, to be honest. Still, it's all right, isn't it? And those... Actually, that low flow toilet episode is very good. So, so there we go. Anyway, yeah, King of the Hill. But yeah, I haven't seen the. Well, we've got to get through the old series before we get to the new series. Is the new series any good? I liked what I liked about King of the Hill was that the characters aged. I think Mike Judge said every 4 years they age 1 year, and I like the look of the new show with that they're all older. I think that's good, but. Anyway, there we go, King of the Hill. Right, I really had better get on with Kerbal Space Program. Oh, King of the Hill portrays liberals as wimps and weirdos, but he portrays them as complete frauds. Yeah, that's a weird one. That I remember at the time finding that George W. So at the time, obviously, I mean, I would have seen that around about the height of the Iraq War, and at that point, I still wasn't really willing to forgive. Hank Hill for voting for George W. in the first place. Yeah, and then he shakes hands with George W. and then he's got a weak handshake. And what I didn't like, I don't know. This is about me, isn't it? This isn't about them, it's about me. But then Hank does his secret ballot at the end where you don't know who he's going to vote for. And I thought, of course he's going to vote for fucking Bush, you know? But, you know, anyway, I don't know. I think I'm just uptight. It's just me. I miss voting for that man. I don't know. I don't want to give Hank Hill a kicking. Oh, me and my he'll kick my ass. We've got a catchphrase when we watch King of the Hill. About 5 or 6, the one with the hit and run conviction. Yeah. I was thinking of Teddy Kennedy. A very forgiving political culture in America, isn't it? Oh, I drowned. Oh, yeah, I just left her drowning in the car. Become a senator. Have this seat. Oh, yeah, we've got a catchphrase when we watch King of the Hill. About 5 or 6 years ago, The Guardian, which is fucking... is notorious for its half-assed... bollocks reviews of popular culture. Incidentally, side whinge about The Guardian. When I was working at Pepper, we had The Guardian were coming in to interview Mark Nevin Phil about Peppa Pig, and the guy turned up, and he opened the tea, and he opened the interview with. So I've never seen an episode of Peppa Pig, that's not just, I mean, what it was basically, I can't remember what it was like a 20th, it was literally just one of those little columns of 20 years since Peppa Pig, and obviously all they wanted was just a few quotes from Mark Evan Phil about why it lasted for so long, etc., etc. But he opened it with, I've never watched an episode of Peppa Pig, and it's like, we literally ordered you an Addison Lee, we got you a taxi, and you have a phone. Surely it would be the most... Peppa Pig is... Well, I tell you, without credits, if you skip the credits, it's 4.5 minutes on the nose. So all you had to do was take 4.5 minutes out of your day to watch one episode of a popular kids' show when you're going to interview the people who've spent 20 years of their life making it. But he couldn't even be bothered to watch a clip of it on YouTube in the taxi on the way over. Literally turned up to interview people about their work and told them that they've never watched it. Anyway, sorry, that's just a side. I just couldn't fucking believe that at the time. It's like they were less fussed about it than I was, but I'd never heard of Nixon. Like I say, it's like literally the most minimal. It's not like we're asking him to watch 4.5 minutes of a fucking snuff film, is it? It's not like we make the finest kiddie snuff. Oh, I don't think I'll watch that on the taxi on the way over. It's Peppa Pig is do you know what? It's been designed on purpose to not be a difficult watch. It's designed to be understood by 2-year-olds. But yeah, he could not. But obviously it was the confrontational attitude as well. Well, I haven't watched it. What do you think of that? I think you're a terrible journalist. Anyway, side moan. They around about that time they were talking about King of the Hill, and it said, what was the line? It said, da da da, Hank Hill. We never. We never find out what Hank Hill actually does for a living. Perhaps it doesn't even matter. Because as anyone who watches King of the Hill knows, it's a complete mystery, isn't it, what Hank Hill does for a living? Hank Hill never mentions once where he works or what he does he? What does Hank... No. And, hey, maybe it doesn't even matter. I don't know. That's... So, yeah, whenever we watch King of the Hill, I sell propane, runs the family gas station, works for tips. So whenever we watch King of the Hill, and whenever Hank says, I sell propane and propane accessories, which he does every episode, as a family, we all go, or maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it doesn't matter. Anyway, sorry, that's the Guardian there. But yeah, the fact that you could watch any one episode of King of the Hill and had him supervising. Oh, well, look, to be fair, if you don't watch King of the Hill, but Sweet Lady Propane. He's in love with Sweet Lady. The whole thing is that he sells propane and propane accessories and has a religious love for propane. We've got a butane stove. My dad says that's a bastard gas. There's a great episode where Peggy and Luann get a charcoal grill. They've run out of propane for their grill, so they get a charcoal grill and then discover that everything tastes so much nicer on a charcoal grill, so they have to they thought it was drugs, so they have to hide the fact they have to hide the they're secretly charcoal grilling their burgers behind Hank's back, because he'd be heartbroken if he ever found out. Anyway, yes, as I say, if you're gonna watch King of the Hill in a row, yeah, Propane Depot, yeah, no, it's Strickland Propane with Mr. Strickland. It's fine. But you're not you're not writing a review of the entire series for a national newspaper. Right, okay, I need to get on with KS. I like why I'm implying that was your fault for holding me up. Look, can we get on with this, please? Jesus. I need to get on with this game, don't I? So, yeah, we'll be finishing... Oh, man, I say that. I didn't even load it up. Oh, I'm going to have to witter on for another 2 minutes. There we go. Oh, I'm out of patter now. You're the worst comedian we've ever seen. Well, you're the worst audience I've ever seen. Why don't we just sit here? Fine by us. 1,000... Okay. Good, I don't have to read out things that are on the screen. Did anything else of excitement or value happen? Oh, that was a weird one. I was seeing if last night I kept on being offered live webcams outside the Stephen Colbert's final show. A load of cameras had sort of set themselves outside the queue for Stephen Colbert's final show, and you could watch that. Not quite sure what the point of that was. I quite enjoyed... There's a 1 hour Stephen Colbert... I mean, this is really only... I'm not really recommending this, but there's a 1 hour Stephen Colbert video up, which was a show that he did just for his crew. Where you had propane, Sweet Lady Propane delivered on Wednesday. Fantastic. Where it's run... they're filming it, but it's not a full run through. He's eating his lunch... while doing it. It's kind of a rehearsal, but they filmed it and then they've put the whole hour online. He seems like quite a tough boss. It's that thing where you see him talking to the crew, or he's getting told what his director says, could you come in from the back, and then come in from the back, and he literally just sort of jokingly says, "You don't tell me what to do." It's like, mate, she's your director. Why don't you should just do what your director says? Don't. I know that the chemical formula for propane is C3H8 because of that show. I'll remember that forever. Fantastic. I feel bad about slagging off King of the Hill now, because I do like it, but I do think that Oh, it has its moments. There was the Manger Babies. We watched one the other day where the Manger Babies aren't in it that much, but I think they're stuck on a plane, and they're saying, "Oh, what are we going to do to entertain ourselves?" And Luann brings up the Manger Babies. Ah, well, yeah, I should watch the new one, but I'm still trying to slog my way through the old. Right, here we go. Get that. I'm not a communist. Get that penguin back here. Oh, and Dale with his Casio. In fact, this Casio keyboard. What are they called? It's not the Animaniacs. They're the Luann's Manger Babies show, where Dale does a tune for them. It's a Casio keyboard he's using, and I know because the exact noises, the exact instruments that Dale makes on his keyboard are the exact same noises that come out of this obsolete broken thing, which fills me with delight. The preset beats are the same preset beats as there are on that, so that pleased me. Right, let's get on with this. Yeah, to be fair, I am well on King of the Hill side about low flow toilets. They have a new law requiring that all toilets be replaced with low flow toilets, but then everyone has to use 2 or 3 flushes to get rid of their waste rather than one. It's a good show, honestly. It's worth watching. Okay, here we are. Right now, I've been trying to think about what's next for the Kerbal space program. So yesterday we did 2 things. We rescued our scientists from the moon, and we also flew and landed at Juno. Now I'm a little bit annoyed with myself. What I should have done when we went to Juno, I should have packed a satellite, because we now don't have any view of Juno at all. We can't see Juno at all. What we want to do is we want to leave a satellite in orbit around Juno so we can zoom in and we can see it. So Juno is sadly a mystery to us again because we've left. So the next time we travel to another body, pardon, we need to leave a satellite there. So I'm thinking, obviously, Joule, which is the Jupiter equivalent with its 5 or 6 moons, one of which is habitable. That is obviously going to be a significant step forward. I don't think we should probably do that until we get nuclear engines. Otherwise, it's going to be extremely difficult to get there. But what I was thinking was there's always the Mohole. So the planet Moho, which is the Mercury equivalent, right near the sun, obviously, very, very hot. It's got a glitch in its texture, which I think started out as a mistake, but they kept it in because it's called the Mohole. Now, I'm going to have to find out where it is, but I think it might be in the North Pole. But yeah, it's where the texture for the planet hasn't quite joined up at the seam, and there's a hole that goes right down into the scenery, and it narrows and narrows and narrows until it's only just one kerbin wide, and you can send scientists into the Mohole and get science from there. So I was thinking today, we've got our scientists who are now, I think, level 2 scientists, are they? Let's have a quick look. They're only level 1 scientists, and Bob's a level 3. Okay. So I was thinking, so ultimately I want to build a space station. I was thinking of making it a moon station because we'll get a lot more science that way. And around that moon station, we should have some scientists to create science and send it back so we can speed up our research. But the more qualified your scientists are, the more science you're going to get out of them. So Rawin, Sigbro, Innocent Lisby, and to a lesser extent Bob, need to get trained up. They need to get better. So I thought, if we're going to investigate the Mohole, why don't we send a load of scientists to investigate the Mohole and then come back? So why don't we today take a trip to Moho and also leave a satellite behind? Mohole. I'm just going to see where the Mohole is, because it will... Oh! So Mohole is an actual thing in real life. Project Mohole was an attempt in the 1960s to drill through the Earth's crust to obtain... Yeah, this is Wikipedia. To obtain samples of the... Oh, that's right, it's called Mohole. To obtain samples of the Mohorovičić, I think. To obtain samples of the Mohorovičić discontinuity, or Moho, the boundary between the Earth's crust and mantle. The project was intended to provide an Earth science complement to the high-profile space race. Such a project was not feasible on land. Drilling through the open ocean was more feasible because the mantle lies closer to the sea floor. Oh, okay. The US House of Representatives defunded it in 1966. Right, so in 1966 they were going to drill through the Earth's crust, but then it got defunded by Congress, but that was known as Project Mohole. Oh, there we go. I've learnt something. That's not the Mohole I'm after, but I'm glad to know that that existed. The Mohole is a terrain glitch centered on the, I thought so, the North Pole of Moho. Great. So yeah, it's where the texture doesn't quite meet at the North Pole. Great. So we're going to have to go into a polar orbit. The sinkhole measures 4.6 kilometres deep and 1.7 kilometres across with a descending angle of 80 degrees, making landings difficult. The Mohole exists because of an error in the height map, in which it was made an anomaly. It became a dedicated biome complete with science results. Great. So the Mohole itself gives you science, unique science. Okay. Great. Great, 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 great. Okay. Let's investigate the Mohole then. Brilliant. Okay. Now, how much delta V are we going to need? Delta V calculator Moho. Let's see, how much delta V do we need from Kerbin to Moho, return and landing? Take off from Kerbin 3.4, transit to Moho low orbit. 6, oh, that's a lot. We're going to need a powerful ship to get there. So we're going to need 14,000 meters per second, not including takeoff. I wonder. Okay, so I've got a thought here. We're going to need... So, in case you're wondering, if you are wondering, how come you need a much more powerful ship to get from Kerbin to Moho, to Mercury, how come we need a more powerful ship to go from here to here when a much more powerful ship than going from here to here? Well, the answer is relative velocity. Obviously, this applies to real world as well. Kerbin is travelling at X speed horizontally this way. If we accelerate out of the Kerbin system, our orbit gets bigger. So when we accelerate out of the system, our apoapsis goes uppity, uppity, up. Now, that doesn't require that much energy because we're already travelling in that direction. To get to Moho, you can't just sort of point. You can't just point a rocket straight at Moho and then take it there, because you're not travelling in a straight line. You're travelling in a relativistic space-time. Okay, fine. Fine, Brian. Well, actually, you are travelling in a straight line. It's actually the space that's what. Yes, I know. Let's keep it Newtonian, Brian. God, you can't travel in a space in a straight line because we're already travelling at some speed horizontally. So if we were to just aim at Moho, all that would happen is we'd just be still going round on this trajectory, just very, very slightly thinner. To get to Moho, you have to cancel out the motion of Kerbin itself. So you have to fly in the opposite direction to where Kerbin is orbiting the sun in order to make your orbit tighter, and that requires a lot more power. I'll tell you exactly what I'm thinking. We're going to need a... I'm wondering, do I send 2 ships? Do I send... Oh, no, it doesn't make... Oh, maybe it does make sense. One man went to Moho, Holdo. Nice. Okay, I'm going to try building an all-in-one ship. It might well be possible that we can't, in which case we'll have to build 2 ships and then join them together in space, which is absolutely fine doing that. It's just obviously a bit more of a faff. Can I have a name for the mission to Moho, please? Crew capacity 3. Won't you need more juice to escape its gravity on the way back as it's closer to the sun? No, because the sun's gravitational pull, if I'm not mistaken, Mo's hole, there we go, lovely, thanks. If I'm not mistaken, the gravitational pull of the sun, in terms of escaping that gravity, is fairly... I think the gravity is stronger, but I think it's insignificantly stronger because... Doesn't gravity get weaker? Citation needed. Doesn't gravity get weaker? Isn't it like the square of its distance? So gravity is if you're 2 meters away, isn't it like a square more than when it's 1 meters away? Doesn't gravity get exponentially weaker the further away you get from it? I think. Because what I'm thinking of is how you think that when they're in the International Space Station, you think that they're floating around because they're in space and free from the Earth's gravity, but actually they're actually experiencing 90% of the Earth's gravity. They're floating because they're in constant free fall, and that, I mean, mind you, yeah, because 90% of the Earth's gravity at the International Space Station is basically just buzzing the atmosphere, isn't it? So I'm going to say, Ben, bear in mind, I don't even have a bloody coherent GCSE in physics. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say the sun's gravity isn't particularly stronger on Mercury as it is on Earth. But I might not be right about that. I think I might be. Hope that helps. Hope that cleared that up. 72k, what you reckon? Yeah, maybe 72.4. Yeah, isn't that going to get crashed into? Isn't it going to be decommissioned soon, and then there won't be another one because no one likes each other? Oh no, the Chinese have got one, haven't they? Right, cupola module. Da. So how are we going to land 4 scientists and a pilot on Moho? Crew capacity 1. Crew capacity 3, 2, 1. Okay. So you have 3 of them on there. We have them in there. Mark 3 command pod 2. Okay. So we can get 3 of them in there. So we could go for another double bubble. Let me just do my... the Mark 2 lander can. Oh, maybe that, actually. The Mark 1 lander can and the Mark 2 lander can. Yes. That's how we do it. Okay, let's keep this as light as we possibly can then. Alright, so there's our... How heavy's this? 3 tons, not too bad. Alright, so there is our 5-person capsule. That looks surprisingly plausible, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do this time, I'm not going to worry about re-entry. To get us to Moho as efficiently as possible, I'm going to take these lander cans and then we can rescue them. We can send them into a Kerbal orbit and then they can be rescued. Yes, I think that's probably best. Okay, we'll do that. Cool, right, so here's our module. We need to get to Moho and we need 1400 meters per second. Okay, fine. 1750 miles an hour. That's interesting. Well, the Earth rotates. Does the Earth rotate at 1,000 miles an hour at the equator? So it's going 750 miles an hour faster than the rotation of the Earth. Makes sense. Okay, so if I set my body... So let's design the Moho lander. So Moho is a... it's a moon. It's got no atmosphere. There's a 7 in it. Good. Moho, 1900 Delta V. That's actually pretty decent, isn't it? Okay, cool. So we've got a Moho lander. Let's get ourselves... some landing struts. Okay, that's nice. Okay, I'll build... I don't think we need them, but I'll build some ladders.
But you've asked me to do it, so I'll do it.
Oh, talking of asking me to do it, so I'll do it. This weekend, Matt, I will make the Lynn... What have I done? Christ, what have I done? I will be making that a reality. That's next on my list. I bet you can't guess what I'm going to say when I've finished doing it. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, right. Now, let's take as much science as we can. It's a lovely tribute. You should love it. Should love it. What a lovely tribute. Okay. So let's take some science. Oh, my science. Okay. Should we put... Let's put 3 barometers here, because it will save us having to fanny around with EVAs if I can just do this. 3 thermometers, 3 barometers. We're going to need our telemetry. Oh, what's this? The light scanning arm is capable of independent work on distant planets. What's it Mose says that cracks me up? Oh, when he's trying to run the Mose family restaurant. Oh, I'm sorry, the sound of children's laughter cuts through me like butter. I feel exactly... that's me at Christmas. Just the constant screeching, giggling sound of children having fun cuts through me like butter. The light scanning arm. Oof. Right, we'll have that then. That seems very exciting. How does this preview... Oh! You know what? I don't think I've ever... Oh! I don't think I've ever used the light scanning arm before. That's great. All right, we'll have one of them. That's cool. Iremodic syndrome? Oh, yes. Christ, what have I done? As long as you don't get twatted in the face with a loose swing, you should be all right. Oh, mystery goo containment unit. Yeah, we're going to need that. In fact, should we get 2 mystery goo containment units? Yeah, there we go. What have I done? Right, so there's our precious science, but we do need our science junior, so I will bear that in mind. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to make... Okay. Right, Moho Lander. Oh, yes, we're going to need fuel for this. Let's get a nice big fuel tank. Stick that up there. Lovely. We're going to need power. We're going to need communications as well. Let's get a nice chunky antenna on the side of this. There we go. That looks fab. Nice and chunky. Uh-oh, it's a chunky. Okay. What does chunky do? Oh, what? He's making me wear my own hat. Okay, we've got lights there. We've got down lights pointing down. Mo's hole 1. We've got lights pointing down. We've got lights there. Oh, we're going to need solar panels. We're certainly going to get a lot of solar energy from this trip. So that's nice. There we go. There's our solar power sheet. Don't put it over the door, mate. There we go. Okay. Oh, batteries. They are useful. Let's get those. Thank you. I don't think we need heat shields for Moho. It's just hot, but not perilously so. So I won't bother taking them, and I'm sure that'll be fine. How sure? A light strip. Oh yeah, you can put these on the bottom of your... You can put these on the bottom of the ship. There we go. Good. Okay. I should make a new colour. What should we do? Orange, red, and... What is orange? Is it... Oh yeah, it's red and... Yeah, that'll do. Red and... Yeah, red and green. There we go. Nice orange. There we go. Red and green. A bit on the specular side. A bit on the metallic side. Bit more detail. That's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, lovely. Green will go with white paint, and blue will go with gold. Okay, so if we store that pattern and store that colour. Excellent. Oh, appearance. Oh, fantastic. Appearance. And we can load the pattern and load the colour. Oh, that looks all right. That's quite a nice brassy colour. Okay, excellent. Okay. Coupling. Right, so let's get a docking port on this. And let's do some multiple docking ports. Let's get the science container here and then put a docking port on that as well. And that means I can dump the science container when we're on our way back. Yeah, that seems like quite a good idea. Okay. Oh, yes, I need to be able to control it with little thrusters. So let's get them there, and let's get that. What should we say there? No, that's a terrible idea. Put it... So that's 2 twin habitats and a single. Who's captain? Yeah, so the twin habitats are for our scientists. So the whole point of this mission is to get our scientists XP up, because when the scientists XP is up, then we can generate more science. And obviously we need science because we're on the career mode, and science is our corn. So we're taking the scientists to Moho to get a load of science and experience, and we'll also send our less experienced pilot. I don't know if that's Jeb or Valentina, but yeah, this will be for the pilot to go inside. Okay. Oh yes, I wanted a satellite, didn't I? I want to leave a satellite behind, so I should design one of those as well. Okay. Why don't I do that then? So we're going to leave a satellite behind at Moho, just so... So that's upside down. Okay. We'll leave a satellite just so we've got something there. Otherwise, when you leave it, it just... when you leave it, the planet goes dark again, which is what's happened with Juna. What's our least... Yeah, this flea engine. Yeah, that'll do. And we'll get an antenna on this. We'll get that antenna on there. Yep. And actually, I'll tell you what. Why don't we get another fuel tank? Let's double it up. There we go. We don't want this to be too heavy.
An ology?
Yeah. We'll need... Oh, good. Actually, let's put a battery here. Let's put some solar panels on that. Where are my solar panels? Oh, yeah, here they are. Let's get a couple of solar panels there. That should do it. Oh no, we've got autopilot. We don't need RCS. Oh, what we do need is a tiny little small inline reaction wheel. And now I think about it, we haven't put one of those on this, have we? So we should definitely do that as well. We should put a reaction wheel, a larger reaction wheel there. Yep, there we go. Good. Right, lovely stuff. All right. So this is our landing module. Save this. This is our Moho lander. This is our science, which we can dump when we don't need it anymore. And this is the satellite that we're going to leave in orbit around Moho, just so we can see that we've been there. Okay, what have I forgotten? Because there's bound to be something. How's our Delta V looking? 300... No, hang on. Ah, here we go. And that still gives us 1,500 metres per second to get off Moho. Okay. All right, fine. So what I'm doing is I'm trying a different website actually. Moho land orbit. It'll be fine. I think that's going to be fine. Oh God, we'll just rescue them if it's not. Who cares? Right. So I'm thinking that should get us off Moho. So we're going to need something to land us. So let's add a new stack uncoupler. There we go. Right, so we're going to need some sort of landy thing. Let's go with... So this can be our big fat arse that we use to land, with which we use to land. We could do... Yeah, maybe. Let's get that out of the way. Great, okay. And then with that, we will stick another one of these poodle engines, because they are pretty great. Lovely, okay. Lovely stuff. And that is... That's all right. Okay, great. We got that. Okay, I wonder if we should... get some more. So let's get some more side engines, and those we can probably go a little bit. Yeah, we can do this, can't we? Okay. Okay. And for these engines, we could go... Is it the Terriers we're going to use for... No, not quite the Terriers. The Cheetahs. What are Cheetahs? Great for those long, distant trips in space. Yeah, cool. The Cheetahs will do. Okay, that's fine. We'll get... Oh, can we not change the look of these tanks? That's a bit annoying. All right, fine. They can be... asparagus into this. Okay, and then we fire these all at the same time. I see. Right, so that's a total of 5,000 delta V. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's move this whole bloody thing up. Okay, we're gonna need more RCS. I always regret not bringing more, so see, yeah, we'll do that then. I always regret not bringing more RCS, so we'll do that. I'll just get the RCS nozzles. Here we are. We'll put one there and put one there. We've got the inline reaction wheel, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay. Right, so we're still shy of about 10,000 delta V. If I doubled up these fuel tanks, would that significantly help things? If I went... No, not like that. Now, what if I did this? What if I have these supplemental fuel tanks that I can reduce and reduce and reduce? I'll show you what I mean. Let's get a stack let's get a stack separator here, and here's a tank, and we'll make that... It's some ugly ass tank, isn't it? And then we get this and we do that. Okay, and then I can asparagus that to that and that to that. Okay, and then if I sequence these so that no, the other way around. That's it. That, then that. So we would have these fuel tanks, but then as this fuel tank drains, we'll get rid of it. Then as this fuel tank drains, we'll get rid of it. That seems like quite a nice idea. Cool. Okay, we'll try that. We will try that. Okay, so let's round off these tanks. Yep, something like that. That seems pretty sweet. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's get some lights on, shall we? Lights, lights, lights. There we go. And we'll get some lights here as well. It's important the thing's illuminated. Okay, lovely. That's still not going to get us very far. I need to strut this up as well. There's going to be so many boosters on this thing. It's really going to be a pain in the arse to get it into space. It might well be that this is going to have to become a dual. It's going to be, hello, Legion Data Core on YouTube. I hope you're very well. Thank you for joining us. I'm on my way to Moho, but I'm not sure I've got the Delta V for it. Okay, right. And I don't have nuclear engines. Unless I do. No, I don't. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to carry on building and just see if I run into more trouble. So I'll just keep on building, keep on building, keep on building. All right, ABB. Here we go. So then that will separate off, and then we can start getting some bigger... So would we need... another poodle? Let's poodle all the way. And that can flow into there, I guess. And then if that poodle's ignited... and then we stage that middle poodle to come off. It seems to be making a huge difference, does it? To my total Delta V. And if those calculations are wrong, this does feel like it would be... it should be better than this. Anyway, okay, fine. Woo! Okay. Getting this off the ground's going to be a laugh. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay. Woohoo! That is stacked, isn't it? Okay. Let's try and get this staging sorted. So. Oh wow, yeah, actually this is quite a lot of... this is quite complicated. Okay, so... oh, right, I see. Okay. Oh, I wonder if I should test this. I wonder if I should simulate it. Anyway, right, carry on. So... oh my god. Okay, so these get ignited at the same time. 1, 2, 3. So we have all of these fuckers thrusting. That's feeding into... yeah, that's what I thought. These are broken. Okay, that feeds into that. No. You feed into there. You feed into... Jesus. and you feed into there. No, you feed into... Test schmest, yeah. Okay, you feed into... Fuck me. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Okay, fine. And then we eject... We eject this. This is so complicated. Okay, fine. So we fire these engines, we lose these, then we lose these. So we lose those, then we lose these, then we detach these. Then we detach these once they're done. And then we detach this one. So we detach those. This is going to need testing. Then we detach this. Do we? Yes, we detach that. And then... Oh, mind you... Oh no, I see the problem. I see the problem. Scrub it, lose it, scrub it. Fuck this. Bin it. It's not working. Try again. Try harder. That is not working. Okay, we're back. We're back in the room. Have I got any mods installed? Yeah, a few. I've got a colouring mod. I think it's called Turd, unfortunately. But I've got a mod that colours it in. I've got what's the one that makes everything pretty? I've got a prettifying mod. I've got MechJeb 2 and Kerbal Engineer Redux. Kerbal Engineer Redux is essential, which is what I'm using here to try and sort of plan ahead. This is the thing that tells you in detail how much delta fit. Anyway, you probably know what it is. But yeah, not too many mods. But yeah, the prettification of the ships, prettification of the planets, and Kerbal Engineer are the main ones. Oh, I've also got that hyper thingy that lets you cheat, but I haven't had to use that yet. Right, so that's not good enough. Right, so we need... I thought we'd be better off. Let's go again, but this time try not to go completely mad. Okay, so I'm going to get a smaller fuel tank. And we'll just have the cheaters, yes. And we'll move them down. Like so. And we'll asparagus this into that. No. That into this. Okay. And then that's fired. That's fired. And then we asparagus this into those. Yes. So we fire these, then we eject that, then we eject those. Great. 6,100 meters per second. Okay. Fine. And then we can do the same with this, where we stick these on the side here. They asparagus into there. Yeah. And that's all fires at the same time. So that asparagus is into there, and then we get rid of those. So these all fire, all these engines fire. Then we dump these ones on the side. Yep. 7,000 meters per second. Okay. Not too bad. Just not making it. Just not getting there without the nuclear engines. That's what's worrying me. And how are we even going to get this fucker into space is the other question. Well, let's try it anyway. Let's stack. Sorry, what it is, I'm really thinking hard about how, having decided that we'd go to Moho, I'm now trying to think how conceivable is that. Okay, so we'll get more fuel tanks here. Boom. And another cheetah here. Boom. And they can asparagus into these. Yeah. And then these would get released before this. Yeah. So that would go before then. Wallop. Okay. But already this is an enormously heavy ship. Unless I just think about getting them there, and then we can always just come and rescue them back again. Maybe I build this as best as I can, send it to Moho, and if there's not enough fuel to get back, which I suspect there won't be, we'll have to go and rescue them. For the content, yeah. Because sitting here watching me scratch my chin is not great content. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Thank you for pointing that out. All right, fine. Fine. Let's save this. Let's just look at getting this bastard into space if we can. So, that's that. Let's get on to the next stage. So, coupling. Let's get you there. Okay. So now we need... And this can asparagus itself into It's the next stage. It's these ones, isn't it? Into there. So you can be activated at the same time as these. Yeah. Okay. That gives us 8,000 meters per second. Okay, that's quite good, isn't it? That's quite good. Okay, that's fine. Then this is so complicated. Then we'll side couple this with more of these. So we'll put that there. And then we'll do that. And we'll take those off. Oh, how's this working out for us? Not brilliantly. Okay, lovely stuff. And then we move you up. No, that's a terrible idea. What the hell are you thinking? Why don't you move that down? Oh, does that not go any further down? Okay. Well, that's no good at all, is it? Because that's just going to be blasting onto these. In fact, this is a terrible idea, and you're to think that that's a good idea to take that off. Okay. Yeah, we've probably, yeah, like I say, I've got these nozzles blasting its way onto the ship, so I've got to be careful not to roast my own ship. Okay. Let's separate this off then. And then get a, what do you call it? Was it a mainsail or a skipper? Was this a skipper? No, that wasn't a skipper. That was this. Okay, so then we've got the skipper here. And that can burn, yeah, 8.3. It's not too bad, is it? Okay, then we've got the skipper there. Okay. Okay. And then we're going to need boost the fuck out of it. So let's copy you. Let's get some side coupling going on. What do you reckon? Here. Here. Get you there. And then we'll have you asparagusing that way. We'll round off these tops. Okay. Great. Them three. Okay, great. Then we have that. Okay, cool. Great. Okay. And then we need to get this bastard up into the air. Okay, let's try this. I'm nearly done, by the way, in case you're thinking, Christ, this is dull. Don't think that. You're wrong to think that. We're nearly done. Okay, so if we get the biggest bastard fuel tanks we can, get them here. Let's have the biggest bastard mainsail, a monster of an engine. Yeah, that's what we want. We want a monster. And we'll asparagus these in as well, and then we'll do that. Okay. Okay. And you can asparagus into there. That's fine. 10,000 meters per second delta V. Not too shabby. Okay, and then we want to attach to the side, we want to attach a gazillion billion boosters to get this fucker up. So we want to do, I'm guessing this, is that the best one we've got, is it? Great. And then we got these bastards which can all get launched here. And these fuckers can... We'll see if we can get into orbit with these bastards. Hang on. We need to round these off as well. Okay. They all fire at the same time, so we launch all of these engines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, can we lift off with this configuration? Yes, we can. Now, that's interesting. Okay. Right, so that is it, I think. I think that is the Moho ship built. I'm now going to strengthen it by sticking struts everywhere in the hope of making it less floppy. I'm just going to attach struts to all the other load-bearing parts. We'll put struts here. We'll also put struts here to here. Okay. We'll strut you to you. Nope. We'll strut you to you. And we'll strut you to you. And then we'll do that to that. We need to round off these. Oh no. We need to round off these. Yep. We need this landing strut retracted. Okay. Lights. Illuminator 2. Lights. Let's put lights on you and 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 you. We've got communication, we've got batteries. We've got RCS. We've got all of that stuff. We've got the science. Okay. Fine. Are we ready? I would say that this is looking ambitious, to say the least. Okay. What am I missing? We're not worried about parachutes. We've got our science, we've got our communication, we've got our electric, got our aerodynamics, our payload. That's what I've not got. This is just going to get us there. It's not going to get us back again, is it? It's going to disconnect. It's because I don't have the large coupler. That's the problem. I don't have the large docking port. So it's fun, this, isn't it? Old man just sits and thinks for a long time. The problem, I'll tell you exactly the problem. I've been quite short-sighted. I've created this monstrous spaceship that's going to get us to and possibly back from Moho. Except what I've forgotten is we detach the lander and we land. How exactly do we get back again? We need to reattach ourselves to the mothership somehow. So I'm going to need here that's buggered up all my staging. We're going to need to reattach ourselves to here. So if I take if I get a dock, a connecty dock thing here, the Clampotron docking port there, that's going to be a weirdly weak spot, but okay. And then we could clamp ourselves back onto it again. Yeah, all right, let's do that. Let's do that. I think that's a plan. It might not be a good plan, but it is a plan. So we've got the docking port there, and then we can always re-dock with the ship and come back. Okay, that's fine, but if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need another autopilot for the mothership. So we'll stick you. Hang on, which one's better? That one? No. No. That one's better. Okay, and then we put that on. Okay. Oof. All right. Okay, so after all of that, I think my staging is wrong. I think my staging is wrong. But sod it. I've spent long enough designing this bloody thing, and I've got impatient. So let's just stick some wings on this and launch it into the sky. More rockets. You know what, actually, Ben, you are right. I might put some more boosters on just to be on the safe side. Let me just put these little winglets on first for what good they're going to do. Maybe something like that. And I think you're right. I think more boosters might well be necessary. Belt and braces, you know. Okay. Okay. And that's all getting launched at the same time, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So, who's getting on this untested? I mean, I've missed something out, haven't I? Something is going to be horribly, horribly wrong with this. Well, should we find out what it is? Right, crew. Let's get our crew. Who's the less... Jeb needs to be on board. Okay, so we have Innocent Lisby, Sigbro, Rawin and Bob. So we've got our 4 scientists in our lander cans. We've got Jeb piloting it. We've got a really dodgy connection here that's probably going to fall apart. But, okay, shall we launch this then? I honestly don't know. Oh, actually, there is one more thing we want to do. Let's just leave. Let's fast forward time to the exact point where Moho and Kerbin are in alignment. So if I just go to my alarm clock. This is another mod, by the way, Legion Data Core. Kerbal alarm clock. I know that they put in a stock alarm clock, but this is still better because I don't think the other one you can do this, for example. It doesn't tell you when the best point to go from one to the other is. 9 days. Oh, right. So in 9 days' time, we'll be ready to go to Moho. Okay. Well, you've asked me to do it, so I'll do it. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. And now, today is the day. Let's just delete that alarm. Today is the day when we are most optimally aligned to go to Moho. So, let's go. We'll get there. I'm pretty sure we'll get there. Whether or not we'll get back again is another matter, but we're on a little bit of a time limit here. I've only got an hour and a bit left before we go to the crazy chair. So let's just get that done. Right, Jeb's the pilot. Bob, Rawin, Sigbro and Lisby are all going as well. Right, launch it. So, what are the odds that this is just going to collapse like a big floppy banana on the launch pad? Fairly high. Ooh, it's bouncy. It is on the wobbly side, but it's fairly stable. Okay. Look at this monster. All right, so this is our... That's quite excessive, isn't it? Let's turn the lights on. This is our mission to Moho. Possibly coming back from Moho, but let's take things one step at a time. Right, Jeb, are you ready? Can we just have a view? There we go. This is Jeb's view. Oh, it's a pretty bloody good view, really. Oh, it's because it's a lander can. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay. That's pretty cool, Jeb. So one last look at the flag. Hope it's been sufficiently shagged. And let's go for countdown. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Mosehole 1 has lifted off on its way to Moho. Godspeed. Okay, so we are boosting our way up. Now, I'm not going to try and be a smart ass and put this at an angle. We're just going to shoot this straight up into the air until all of these boosters are spent, and then we can organise ourselves. Are all my engines firing? It's quite hard to tell. Yes, they are. They are all firing. Okay. Right, I've already found a problem. That's already a problem. My liquid fuel engines are draining quicker than my boosters. That's already a problem. Okay, let's revert the flight, revert back to vehicle assembly. I can think of one solution to that. Just stick more fuel on. There you go. How's that? All right. Let's try that then. Let's try that. Let's see if that's worked. Okay. Second attempt. Oh, actually, now I think about it, that's probably buggered up my asparagus staging, isn't it? Let me just see if it has, because I think it has. Are you... Oh, no. Oh, actually, that... It might be all right. It might be all right. Let's find out. Anyway, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Right, this is going to be a bit of a slower takeoff than before, because we are currently dragging more weight behind us. Okay. Good. Right, it looks like my solid boosters are going to expire before my liquid engines. That's good. Turn the lights on, please. Thank you. Right, so for the second time, we are on our way to Moho. Put stability on, please. Thank you. Okay, up we go. Up we go. Okay, my asparagus. Hello, Mini Strustup. I hope you're very well today. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that has buggered up my asparagus staging. That is frustrating. Okay, one sec. It's fine. It's fine. We'll, it's all part of the testing process. Live testing. Okay. Oh, yeah. I can see that that's knackered. Okay, fine. Oh, balls. Hang on, let's get this. Can I get this? Oh, it's nearly too tall for the assembly building. Okay, let's get you further up, and then I go down here, and if I can just look underneath. Yeah, there's your problem. There's your problem. Let's get rid of that. Okay. These need to go. You go into there. No, that's wrong. No. Oh, I see. No, that's what I've done wrong. Okay. Oh man, this is too complicated. I need to asparagus Oh, yeah, like this. There we go. Yeah, like that. That's simple. Okay, cracking. Is that it? Is that it? Are we good? Are we good? We're good. All right, attempt number 3. So many rockets. We're going to investigate the Mo hole. We've got 4 scientists on board that I need to upgrade their XP. So we're going to go and have a good old poke around in the Mo hole, get a load of science, come back, and then we'll have science and better scientists. And then after that, I'm going to put the scientists, I'm going to lock them in an orbiting science station, and they can just sit there generating science for me. But this is very much just to get my scientists upgraded. Good. Okay, so I think the solid fuel... Okay, this does seem to be working a bit better now. There's something wrong with my staging somewhere. So I'm hoping there's nothing wrong with the staging until we get into orbit, and then we can have another look. So up we go, up we go. Again, we don't have nuclear engines yet. Obviously, nuclear engines are the answer to this, but we haven't quite got there. Really, what I should probably have done is worked on researching those and then gone to Moho, but I'm committed to the bit now, so off we go. Good, so the solid boosters will expire before the main engines, just about. Excellent, okay. We're not exactly tearing our way up, are we? It's quite slow. Never mind. How's it going, guys? That is a pretty decent view, Bob, I must say. Usually, you're stuck looking at the inside of the fairing or whatever, but that is, that's nice. You can just literally see your home disappear beneath you. Vaguely terrifying. Right, we're still not that high, are we? We're still 10,000. Yeah, we're not, at this point, we're not even scheduled to get into space. I wonder if we're even going to make it. Maybe. Possibly. So we've got a quarter of our initial burn left. I think we might just about make it into space, Bezos style. Whether or not we can circularize the orbit is another thing. At this point, I'm just willing to go more boosters. If this doesn't work, I'll just put more boosters on the side of it and sod it. Okay, we are going to get into space. We are going to leave the atmosphere. So that is some comfort. Obviously, the ship is now... it's quite aerodynamic. I didn't put a fairing on. I could have put a fairing on. But it's quite pointy as it is, so it seems to be doing all right. As long as nothing explodes, it should be all right. Right, we're going to get rid of these boosters fairly soon. Okay, cut the engines, lose the boosters, and reignite the engines. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Just slipped away from that ring of boosters. Did not a single crash. Lovely. That is very satisfying. Okay, let's get this bugger pointing east then, and let's get it into an orbit. That was a lovely, lovely, lovely bit of action. All right, so we're going to dump our next engines. Off they go, and we'll ignite these ones. And again, another beautiful separation. Absolutely textbook. I'm not used to this. All right, let's get this fucker horizontal. Now I'm in space. Spice. Do I want to activate these
I'm
engines?
escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
Space!
Space!
Space! Conscious uncouplings. Oh, let's ditch this engine. Okay, and we're going to activate this one. Yeah. Boom! Way! Oh, I like that. I like destroying our debris as we shed it. Okay, so we're now trying to reach orbit. Is there an argument for igniting these engines? Yeah, there probably is, isn't there? Activate that engine. Activate that engine. And activate that engine. Okay. Alright, that's looking quite convincing, isn't it? Okay, good. Right, how are we doing? Oh no, look, you can see we're still basically directly above the space centre. We're making very little progress here. Well, we might get into orbit eventually, but at the moment we are hovering. In fact, you can see our orbital speed here is basically not doing very much at all. Well, we've got 3 minutes until we reach the apoapsis and we start falling back to Earth. So, to Kerbin, I beg your pardon. When these engines come off, I'll activate these bastards. What I should have done, actually, now I think about it, I should have connected this to that. That would have been better. Ah, well, we're up now. I'm sure the next ship will be better designed. Oh yeah, we can. Let's get our solar panels deployed while we're waiting for this. Let's deploy you and deploy. Where are we? Let's deploy you and let's deploy. Where's the other one? You. There we go. Lovely stuff. So there's our solar panels. How's our orbit looking? Oh, we're doing all right, actually. Hush my mouth. We've got what it takes. Is there a detachable lander, or are we landing the whole thing? There is a detachable lander.
Got plenty. Arthur's got plenty.
Here's the detachment point.
Plenty. Plenty to go round.
We got plenty. We got plenty.
My wife's got what it takes.
The ship's got what it takes. Here's the detachable lander. Oh, we've actually got a satellite as well. We're going to be delivering a satellite into Moho's orbit as well. We should have left a satellite behind at Juna because now we can't even look at Juna. So we're going to leave a satellite. This is the lander. Here's our docking port, which I thought was going to come apart during takeoff, but won't. So this will all separate, land, and then reattach itself again. That's the theory. I don't think this is going to go quite as planned, but hey-ho. Right, so we need this to get... So I'm just going to fast-forward time a little bit to make everything as efficient as possible. Here we go. To make everything as efficient as possible, I'm going to try and power this pretty much at the apoapsis. Right, let's get this into orbit again. Okay. And should we point it down a bit? Let's get our nose pointed down to speed up the process. Okay, that's good. All right. Well, we're definitely going to achieve orbit, and then we can have a good long think about what we want to do next. Right, we're about to lose these side engines. Goodbye, side engines. Is going to be a nice clean decoupling. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, let's activate these fuckers. Here we go. Yeah, that looks convincing, doesn't it? That looks proper. Okay. So... Oh, we are falling. We have left our apoapsis, but I don't think it's that big an issue. Our orbit... I'll show you our orbit. There you go. So we are past our apoapsis. We are on our way down, but I think this orbit has enough oomph to... I think we're high up enough that it's not going to be that big a problem. You can see our orbit is getting there. All right, lovely. Here it comes. Here comes our connection, and bloop. Let's get the periapsis to about 100, and then that's us in a nice, stable, safe orbit. 70, 80, 90, 100. There we are. We're up. We're up. We're up. Save this game. The scientists are officially up in space. Spice. Well done, everyone. All right. Well, no time to lose. We're on our way to Moho. So let's get this planned nice and quickly. So the optimal time to go is now. So we're going to escape the system. Let's find out what our best angle is going to be. So Moho, let's set Moho as the target. Oh yeah, Moho's at a weird inclination, isn't it? I forgot about that. Ugh. Okay. Oh, that's going to be another issue. All right, there we go. So if we do this, something like that. Okay, fine. And that node is in 23 minutes. Okay, and this is, oh my god, this is going to take, so here you go, this is how much more effort it is. This is going to take, this is like twice as much fuel as it took us to get to Juna. I don't think we're coming back from Moho. I think we're going to have to send a rescue ship. Anyway, this is going to get through a lot of fuel just to get us there. 2,140 meters per second delta V. This feels like a bad idea, but we're committed to the bit. Okay. Node in 23 minutes. Right, you guys have got 23 minutes. I really don't think you're going to come back from this mission. But, well, it's 5 to 12. So you see the bind I'm in. Okay. Burn time, 4 minutes 53, which is 5 minutes, which means I should 1 minute to go until we do our burn. Okay. Now, you could design a refuel ship that stays in orbit and just loves fuel up until you need to rescue someone. So ultimately, Space Ben, yes, I'm going to have an orbital space station above Kerbin that'll be filled with fuel. So ships can come up and then refuel. Also, what we're going to do is ultimately we'll make a shuttle system. So we'll design ships that don't ever have to actually come back to Kerbin. They can literally just shuttle between the moon and Kerbin, or Kerbin and another planet. And then when they're finished, they just dock with the space station. So we don't have to break them up We can even leave empty fuel tanks attached. We don't have to just chuck bits off into space. That was the other thing when I was in the shower this morning, with my knob out. That was the other thing I was thinking about doing. I thought, should I start building a space station? But I thought, sod it, it's Friday. Let's be a bit more ambitious. Yeah, keep space tidy. I thought we'd go a bit more spectacular rather than administrative today, but try telling that to the families of the people I'm about to send out into space and be unable to retrieve. We'll get them back eventually. Right, it's time to burn. So, go. Now, I'm going to do something now. I'm going to manually transfer the fuel from this tank into this tank. I want to get this off our back as quickly as possible. So I am manually, because I forgot to asparagus, I'm manually draining the fuel from here and putting it into here. So this should detach fairly soon. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, my staging is so knackered. I just have to eject that manually. Okay. Yeah, my staging is a mess, so I think I'm just going to sort of click on things to activate them rather than hit spacebar. Say goodbye to Kerbin, guys. Say goodbye. Because you're not coming back for a while. All right, we're nearly done with this. He doesn't, does he? Well, it's got, he might be stuck in the same can as the baby killer. It is easy. Okay, here we go. And decouple. Get rid of you. Nice separation. And activate that engine, please. Awesome. Right. What's due to expire next, I wonder? I don't know, actually. Right, let's get rid of you, get rid of you, and get rid of you. Okay. So we're still... Let's have a look at our orbit, shall we? Oh, there we go. So we're still... Oh, there we go. There's our apoapsis. Our apoapsis is now heading out of the system. There it goes. It's going beyond the orbit of Minmus and out into space. Right, so we are now officially on our way into deepish space. Oh, I know what I could do. I could drain these tanks, put them into these tanks. Let's do that. Great, cut that. Great, that's quite good. I've done that. Okay, so let's separate. Are we done? Yeah, okay, let's get rid of this engine. Off we go. That's another lovely separation. And I've got some dead engines around here, do I? So there's no fuel in here either. Okay. But there's fuel in here. Is there fuel in here? Yeah, there's fuel in the... Oh, I see what's happened. Okay. Let's also detach this engine. Goodbye. Let's detach... You're empty, yeah? Let's detach this engine. Goodbye. Oops. There we go. And we've got one more somewhere. Is that this engine? Yeah, let's detach that. Goodbye. Right. We are not keeping space tidy.
Right.
So this engine needs activating. Activate. This engine needs activating. Activate. As does this. Activate. As does this. Activate. Right. I think that's everything. Yeah. All right. Can we just have a quick, just a quick test of the engines? Lovely. And everything's firing? Kaboom! Kablooey! Okay. Full power then. Well, less impressive than I was expecting, but there we go. Right. That's our deadweight shed. Oh, it does feel lighter. It is lighter to control. Okay. Okay, excellent. So these are about to expire, are they? Okay, so here comes yet another engine dump. And dump it. Shit. What have I got rid of? Did I just... No. Oh, I'm going to do it manually. I'm too nervous. Decouple that. Decouple this. And decouple this. Okay. Right, fine. Reactivate the engines. Right, there we go. So we're going to leave those three behind. See you later. This is a very littery ship, isn't it? Okay. Okay, and that's feeding into those. That's quite nice, actually. Yeah, actually, that's going to give us plenty of thrust. Good. Oh, it's quite a manoeuvrable little ship now. We've shed all of that weight. And look, we haven't even sped up time at all.
You could drink your weak lemon drink now.
Hey,
or wait until later.
We haven't even sped up time, and look how far away we are from Kerbal already. We've just been burning the whole time. Okay, let's have a look at what's happening with my orbit then. How are we doing? Oh, we're nearly there, look. So there's orange. This is our actual orbit. The dotted line is where we want to be. And we are getting closer and closer. So as I say, we are currently blasting in the opposite direction to the direction in which Kerbal is travelling around the sun. So all of this fuel burning has basically been, the purpose of it has been to more or less cancel out the motion of the planet we started on, which is why it takes so much more than going out of the solar system. Out of the Kerbal, further out. Cut. Okay. That's that burn done. How are we feeling, everyone? Feeling happy? Feeling good? You are on a, one-way trip out of the system. Next stop, much closer to the sun. Great. Well, you lot enjoy that. Where's my... Did this solar panel not deploy? Have we broken a solar panel? Oh, no, it's just sort of... it's sort of just caught up in the geometry. Okay, that's good. Well, we're going to get plenty of solar power where we're heading. Okay, lovely. So we're now due to just sort of fly quite near Moho. Ah, there you go. So here's the problem. You can see exactly what the problem is. We're on a nice orbital inclination of about 0. Well, you can hang on if I can show you. So this is our orange orbit here. We're on a nice flattish inclination. This yellow line, bright yellow line here, you see how this is heavily inclined. That's because Moho is heavily inclined. So we're on a completely the wrong inclination. What we want to do, I think immediately... Oh, actually, do we want to do this immediately? Yeah, I think we do. So pretty much immediately, as soon as we leave... ...2 days, 1 day, add manoeuvre. Let's try and get this inclination fixed. So ascending node 6.9, 7.4, okay. Ascending node 1.3, 1.1, 1.1. That's as good as it's going to get, isn't it? If I do it more, it's going to go 1.0. Oh, okay. 0.9. Oh, all right. It shows what I know. 0.9. 0.9. Is 0.9 as good as we're going to get? What it is, we're not actually... Oh, yeah, 1.8. Yeah, 0.9 is as good as we're going to get. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Wow. So it's going to be... We're actually going to lose another engine just... getting into the Moho inclination. This is where all this delta V is getting swallowed up. Moho is a tricky planet to get to, and I've probably, at this stage in our scientific development, I've probably bitten off more than I can chew. Anyway, sod it.
Okay, let's off-road.
Let's off-road indeed. Okay, let's speed up time slightly and leave the Kerbin system. Yeah, off we go. Wave goodbye to your loved ones, everyone. You won't be seeing them for a while. Okay. Smell you later. I hope we don't just sort of smash into Minmus on the way out. I didn't check. We nearly smashed into Ike that time, didn't we? Right, are we in deepish space yet? Right, we're in deepish space now. Okay, fine. Okay. Right, we've got a nice blue line for our orbit now, which I prefer. I'm going to try and intercept Moho, but I'm not quite sure how. Well, let's do this manoeuvre anyway, and then we can see it's the right inclination. Then we can try another blast again. We're not coming back from this. This is a one-way trip. Okay, let's get to that node then. Let's point the nose towards our vector. And what's our vector, Victor? You have clearance, Clarence. Lock. There we go. Let's warp to node time. And we're going to be losing more engines on this burn. Okay, fine. 1 minute, so we need to... 1 minute, okay, fine. So, guys, are you ready? Ready to activate the engines again. So this is the manoeuvre that's going to put us in the same inclination as Moho. Hit it, Johnny. Off we go. So you can see, actually, you can physically see that we're pointing down. We are venturing south.
I dost venture south.
That's because we're physically changing our inclination orbit by pointing down. We're tilting the plate. Oh, we're out of fuel. Christ. Okay. Is it this that's run out of fuel? Right. Detach this engine, please. Off it goes. And please activate this engine and continue the manoeuvre. Woof. There we go. Kaboom. Brilliant. Much better than just leaving debris. Get it blown up. Excellent. Okay. Absolutely nowhere near enough fuel to get back. It's not even a maybe. This is a one-way mission. They're just going to have to sit on Moho, maybe get themselves back in orbit again, and await rescue. While we get on with other things. Anyway, that's for next week. Do tune in next week for the Moho rescue, which we've all... What? Yeah, but Eddie, couldn't they just head back now? Now you know that the mission's a failure. Couldn't you... Look, we can literally see Kerbin. Can you not just go back and land them safely? We could do that. But where's the content, eh? Commit to the bit, Sig Bro. Commit to the bit. Okay. So that's us now in the right inclination. Now, why are we still missing the planet? How come we're not intercepting it? If I put another manoeuvre at the descending node, will fixing the inclination fix us? Ah, yes, it very well may. Okay. Well, according to this, we're going to miss Moho by quite a way. Hmm. Okay. I was told that this was the right time to I was told that this was the perfect time to get to Moho. It can't possibly have lied to me, can it? So we're going to enter the vicinity of Moho, but we're still going to be slightly out of sync with it. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll have to do we'll have to get to the periapsis, and then we'll have to go retro and tighten up this orbit so we're not just going between Moho and Kerbin, but tighten it up so we can ultimately intercept Moho from the outside track. Okay, let's warp to the next node, which is in 73 days. Off we go. Get those sandwiches chomped on. So we're now heading into the solar system. In fact, we're just going past the orbit of Eve. We're now past the orbit of Eve, and we're getting close to our next node. Here we go. So let's have a look at the sun, shall we? The sun should be quite a bit. There we go. We are getting closer to the sun. And in fact, look, you can see in their little faces, you can see that the sun is getting very, very bright for them. I do worry about their retinas, but, well, they're not my retinas. Okay, and lock. Okay. All right, well, let's burn. Awesome. Okay. So now we are in a nice tight orbit of the sun that crosses the orbit of Moho. Now, what I was hoping would happen is that we would, around about here, we would encounter Moho and all would be well. That's not how it's worked out. So what we're going to have to do is, once we're at this point here on the Moho orbit, we're going to bring it in. We're going to fire retro. And there we go. That is how we're going to intercept Moho. We fire retro and then we encounter it there. There we go. Absolutely perfect. So that's another... Oh, it's not too bad. That's another 171. So that's well within our capabilities. Let's quickly save. Another 17 days for this. Oh, of course, the gaps between our manoeuvres is going to get shorter and shorter because our orbit around the sun is taking less and less long. So the tighter our orbit, the more close together our manoeuvring nodes are going to be. So here we go. Look, you can see we're getting nice and close to the sun now. Things are getting hot. One thing's for certain, we're getting decent amounts of solar power. Here we are. And I've missed it. I just missed the node there. I was too busy talking and I missed the node. Do I need to recalculate it? Oh, God, I'm at Kerbin. Oh, bloody bollocks. Hang on. I'm sure I saved it. It's fine. Arse. I thought I saved it. Okay, it's fine. I can salvage this. Steam apps, common, Kerbal space program, saves, persistent. When was the last persistent save? 12:22. Oh, that's now. If I go to backup, 12:11. All right. And you're sure I didn't save it? 12:21. I did bloody save it. That's fine. Good. I'm glad I saved it. Quick save, that's it. Come on. Yes. Good. Right. Sorry, that's... Where are we? Oh, lovely stuff. That's exactly where we were. Right, let's walk to the node. So, where's the sun? Let's see the sun get big again. Here we go. So we're getting closer and closer and closer to the sun. Feeling hot. Got about 25 minutes before we're going to switch to Noel Edmonds. So let's get this going as quickly as we can. 3 days, 2 days, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're here. All right, so let's get the nose pointing in the right direction. Rowan's just happy to be away from it all. This is one... I mean, he might be stuck in a fart-filled can with a baby murderer, but a holiday's a holiday, I guess. Okay, so we've got 171 metres per second. Right, let's fire this node. Let's get stability on. And we want our blue to match the dotted line. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Get this exact. Fantastic. Great. We are now due at Moho. Cracking. Let's get ourselves into a nice orbit, shall we? It's bloody hot. Yeah, it's very sunny out at the moment. Is this the heat wave that we're due to have? Oh, look. Oh, wow. Ha! I was going to say, well, let's get ourselves into a nice tight orbit. We're actually due to hit Moho at incredible speed. Let me just switch to RCS and just correct this. Whoop. How's this? 219. All right. Now, can I make this a polar orbit? Can I make this a polar orbit? Let's find out. Because that's where the mohole is. That's where we want to go. Are we due for another... Oh, I thought so. We're due another trip around the sun before we reach Moho. We're going to do another circuit before we get there. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We've got all the time we need. Okay. So we can use that time to try and get us into a polar orbit. So let's bring... Or do we just... Do we need to do a polar orbit, or do we just do a 45-degree-ish orbit, I wonder? Anyway, right, fine. Let's... I'm not getting... anything here. This is just too fine a... This is just too fine an adjustment. What if I did it here? I'm just trying to... No, I just can't get a predicted... Maybe we need to physically travel round the sun to get there. Okay, fine. So we're going to go on another journey around the sun. So we're here. We're going to encounter Moho in 220 days. Okay, well, let's journey to... Oh, bloody hell. Hang on. What is going on here? We're going to encounter... That's in 2 hours. And that's in 220 days. I'm really confused, actually. Let's save and work out what's going on. So let's speed up time. Here they go. Right, so now they're going... Yeah, all right. So here they're going... Here we go. They're going round the sun. Here's Moho. So we then reach our apoapsis. Yeah, this is it. So we're coming all the way back out again. 150, 160 days. We're going to encounter our apoapsis now. Okay, and then we stop here. We add this maneuver. We zoom into Moho. And I think, yes, my dotted line has come back. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so if I... Yeah, got it. Great. So from here, we can adjust. If we do a... Oh, shit, bollocks. If we do a... Oh, bollocks. If we do a maneuver here, we can put ourselves in a nice polar orbit. Okay, let's do that again, shall we? Let's zoom in. So we're currently due to pass by Moho equatorially, which normally we'd be into, but this time we're not because we want to go to the North Pole. So we'll lift it up. That's it. We've lifted that up. Now we just need to move it. Oh, shit. And let's just get this over the North Pole. There. In fact, that is due to hit the North Pole. Perfect. Hey, well, it's a change of pace, cholera, isn't it? I can lose myself in these dotted lines and these apogees and these periapses and these... It's lovely. I can feel my brain working as I do it. Okay, so this is going to be... Oh, it's a tiny burn, 0.6 metres per second in 8 days. So this is a burn that we're going to have to do with our... This is a burn that we're going to have to do with our RCS thrusters. We've only got 15 minutes to go until I'm going to the crazy chair. So let's get ourselves in orbit of Moho. And then maybe we might have to defer till Monday to actually land on the bloody thing. I do have a... I do have a thing I have to do today with a hard deadline. My daughter... It's the end of term, and my daughter's got an end of term thing, so... Daddy was busy watching a 20-year-old episode of Deal or No Deal with his internet friends. Probably isn't going to cut it. Okay, so... here we are. Let's get ourselves positioned. Let's have a look at Moho. Right, so this is our current trajectory. I want us to hit this North Pole. So, RCS. This is me just doing the tiniest amount of thrust. No, pardon. To get this. There. Can we go 11? There we go. That'll do it. That's it. We're on course. We are now on course to whiz by Moho at an altitude of 11,000 metres, which is probably far too low. We're on course to hit Moho, and then we'll want to pound those retros, wallop, and get ourselves in a nice orbit. Okay, here we go. Let's get ourselves to Moho now. 86 days until we get there. I'm going to set the alarm clock to alarm us when we're in Moho's sphere of influence. SOI change. There we go. All right, let's speed up time again. So where are we? We're currently here. This is us here. Let's speed up time. Okay, so here we go. Here's Moho on its little circuit around the sun, and here's us. So you can see we're getting closer. 54 days and closer. 42 days and closer. And closer and closer and closer and closer. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And we've arrived. Fantastic. Okay. Are we here yet? Did you see, talking of terrible fathers, did you see Donald Trump get asked if he was going to go to his son's wedding? And he said, oh, no, probably not. He wants me to go, but I've got a lot of things on. And then he couldn't remember the name of his future daughter-in-law. Imagine being that desperate to please your dad, to debase yourselves, and he still can't be bothered to come to your wedding. Right, okay, good. Let's not talk about that prick. Okay, we are now in the Moho system. There it is. We can see it. We've been talking about it all morning, and there it is. Okay. We've got a manoeuvre node coming up in 55 minutes. Okay, let's speed up time and approach Moho. Oh, in fact, we can do better than that. We can start running some experiments. Let's run some now, shall we? Let's get our mystery goo. Oh, no, that's not mystery goo. That's monopropellant. Let's get the mystery goo observed. That's your 70 science right there. Good. Let's get the light scanning arm. Must be stationary. Oh, okay, that's for when we're landed. All right, fine. Let's get the temperature logged. That's 56 science. And let's get the barometer logged as well. That's 84 science. Lovely stuff. Okay. And that's high above Moho. Good. So when we're in a low orbit, we'll run those science. Can we have ourselves a crew report as well, please? A crew report. That's 35 science. And Rawin, could you just pop out for me? Thanks. Yeah, you don't need to let go. I know it's horrifying. I'd like an EVA report. And that's another 56 science. Brilliant. You can pop back in now. Lovely. Right, so we've got the science, some of the science we've come for. Right, where are we going? Moho. There it is. Right. Let's head that way now. 52, 51, 50, okay, 40, 30, woof, okay, that's coming up to us quite fast. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. We want to burn on 1.5 minutes, don't we? 9 at 140, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stop. Okay, let's get pointing in the right direction. Here we have Moho. Look how sunny this sun is. Here we go. Right, we're on the night side of Moho, which, well, I mean, you know, give me a break. I think we've done pretty well. Okay. We've got 20 seconds until we need to fire these engines. Okay. And this is going to detach. Yeah, that's all fine. Okay. All right. 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire. Okay, we are now retro firing to bring ourselves into orbit. So here's our current path. It's going right past, but we're firing in the opposite direction. So hopefully sooner rather than later, this straight blue line, no 2-minute cube, this straight blue line will start curving, hopefully, and turn into a circle. Again, we are burning an astonishing amount of fuel. I didn't believe we'd need as much fuel as we needed. We really did. This really should all be done with nuclear engines rather than conventional engines, but we are where we are. As I say, there will have to be a rescue attempt. Oh, we're out of fuel. Okay, let's get rid of these engines then. Off they go. This is almost our last engine. I'll just dump these into space. This is pretty much our last engine. This was the engine that's meant to sort of... well, theoretically, this is the engine that's meant to get us back home. I'll tell you what I was thinking of doing. I was thinking of getting a countdown on the screen behind me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just wondering how cool it would be versus the amount of effort, which would be some. Anyway, I've got... what have I done? Christ, what have I done? I've got that to do. That's my top priority. Oh, we are... Wow, we are... Oh, right, we're quite... Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. We are quite low above the surface of Moho. Don't know if you can see, because we are on the night side. But, yeah... Oh, look, there, you can see how low we are. There's bloody mountains obscuring the sun. That's not a great sign, is it? We might crash. It's not impossible. Houston, we have a problem. I always just think of Tom Hanks swallowing that vomit. All right, so our blue line is hopefully going to turn into a curve soon. What do you think about these ideas?
If I don't survive, tell my wife hello.
Oh, well, yeah, I will. That is necessary, yeah. Any other thoughts?
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Okay. Thanks for the help. Well. So you can see my blue line is getting less and less turgid.
Bunny! No!
No!
Bunny! No!
No! So yes, we're going to land on Moho. on Monday. And also what we're going to do on Monday is we're going to launch an... yeah, I can fix that. I keep meaning to go through every single one of my commands and fixing it. It's because when I set up the commands, the default is that it has to be at the start, but there's actually a box you can click that says if the exclamation mark is anywhere in the sentence, it will activate, which is obviously a much better option. But I do have to go through and do it manually, and I'm a lazy bastard, but I can fix that. Right, we're now in orbit. We are now officially in orbit. The orbit's getting tighter, 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 tighter. We might as well use up what fuel we've got, because sod it, it doesn't matter now. Here we go. Let's get this into a nice loopy, and lock. That'll do. That will do. And there we are. We are now, I think, hopefully we're not going to... Hopefully we're not... Which way are we heading? Are we heading towards the sun or are we heading away from the sun? Here we are at Moho. Here we are. Moho, your nemesis. I've one game for all my Kerbals are stuck in orbit of Moho and no money to build a ship to go rescue them. Well, sadly, I'm afraid to admit we have a Kerbal Thailand-based crypto donor who, in exchange for unspecified favours, I can ask him to stick an extra 0 on our bank account. Or in other words, I just go into the save file and put an extra 0. I've decided for this career, I'm worrying about science. We're all about getting the science. But money, nah. What it is about money, as you know, CSS Postal, to get money, you have to do jobs. And those jobs are usually go and investigate the temperature at this bit, or go and rescue this Burke from orbit of wherever. And you get very little science for it, and you get a bit of money. And, I mean, I'm not going to be playing this game forever. So, yeah, that's my compromise between being faithful to the career mode parameters, but also doing a halfway entertaining stream. So yes, science we don't have, money. I like to say I feel bad about it when I go on Coinbase and get my pedo billionaire to drop some more money in. I feel bad about it, but life is short. I'm 46. Life is short. Okay, well, here we are, orbiting Moho with no hope of getting back. This solitary engine module was... Well, this was supposed to be like the last stage back to Kerbin. This ain't going to get us back, so there will be a rescue mission. But we are in a nice... Oh, I'll tell you what we can do. What we can do right now... Right this moment. Oh, actually, we can take some science. Let's conduct a materials study. 200 science. Lovely. Let's launch our satellite. That was our secondary mission. Let's launch our satellite. So we'll decouple. We'll undock it here. Here we are. We've got a lovely little satellite here that we're going to keep in orbit above Moho for all time. Let's extend the solar panel. Lovely. Great. Good. And we could get this in a small circular orbit, maybe. It does have an engine on board. But we're probably all right just leaving that there. There we go. So we now have deployed a communications satellite around Moho. So when we leave, we'll still be able to have a good old look at Moho. So that mission is complete. And I'm going to slightly disingenuously say that's it for today's mission. We've deployed the satellite, so one objective is complete. On Monday, we are journeying deep into the Mohole. We are going to go to the North Pole of Moho, land and get someone nice and deep in there and take some surface samples from the depths of the mohole. Simultaneously on Kerbin, we are going to get a rescue ship planned. I'm now thinking maybe we should also be doing some more science to get nuclear engines researched, and then we can have a nuclear-powered rescue ship. So maybe that's the better thing to do. But Monday, we can land on the mohole and take those samples and get back. So that's the plan on Monday. Land at the mohole, get a rescue ship prepared, and getting a rescue ship prepared might involve more Moho, bring back Sheriff Moho. Oh, that's right. It's that was when I think it was Limmy playing Sekiro in Spanish, and they kept on going on about Lobo, because I think Lobo means wolf, doesn't it? But yeah, literally every time they said Lobo in that game. Lobo, bring back Sheriff Lobo. Right, lovely. Well, we will meet you, Jeb, Bob and Rawin. We will meet you on Monday at 10 a.m. God bless you all, you brave, stupid Kerbins. There we go. Quick save 14. Right, lovely. So, everyone on YouTube, we are going to watch Deal or No Deal with Noel Edmonds. Well, he's not here. God, if only. Noel, if you're there, if you're in chat, Noel, make yourself known. I'm unable to watch this on YouTube because YouTube doesn't let you watch YouTube on YouTube, but we can watch it on Twitch. So to that end, there we go. To that end, I'm going to stop the YouTube stream pretty much now. If you would like to join us, we're over on Twitch. We'll be there for the next hour watching your Edmonds. But until then, if you don't want to join us or you can't join us or whatever, have yourselves, YouTube, a very lovely sunny weekend. Enjoy yourself, and we'll be back as normal on Monday at 10 o'clock. The party continues on Twitch, but to everyone on YouTube, have yourselves a lovely weekend and see you later. Bye-bye. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye.